Like, why is that not working? Like, seriously, why is that not working? Okay, now it is. So hey guys, this is Tigris, we're back with Marvel Rivals. And I'm sorry stream is slightly later than normal. But it fits with the pattern of things being late today. Now, guys, there are some new skins. I think I've mentioned... I want to say I've mentioned the... Psylocke. Yeah, Psylocke one. I've not mentioned New Hela. Apparently that's causing people to be pissed. I don't see a problem with it. Again, not a skin I'm interested in getting. But, yeah. But there are 3 new skins to look at, and we're going to go over this now. So, out of the Apocalypse Horsemen, we've got 2 of them, and like 2 of them's got skins in the game now. Psylocke, which I will quickly show. I've got a gut feeling, I'm pretty sure, like, I've seen this early in the week. And I'll say this now, it does look cool. Something that has now been brought to my attention is, apparently her chest has been getting bigger. I've not noticed. I don't know whether it has or not, or whether it's just, again, people being like... But again, Marvel Rivals is definitely known for that aspect more than anything. They've not had the cases. The only thing I don't like about it is the sword. But I do think it is a cool skin. I believe Wolverine's also one of the Horsemen. And then, of course, there's Gambit, which I'm pretty sure I did show off last week. And again, they both look cool. And guys, before I do show Luna's and Hela's, I quickly do want to say, if Marvel Rivals and X-Men 97 Season 2 timed up with something, because in both cases, Gambit is a Horseman in both of them. Like guys, if you've not seen the most recent episode of X-Men 97, spoiler warning now, but the end of the episode, I don't know whether I do mention this at the end of, because I mention it basically, because it comes out when I end up, because I end up recording Craftmon the same day X-Men 97 Season 2 comes out. I end up talking a small bit, but I do drop a spoiler warning beforehand. And I don't remember if I mentioned it, because it wasn't personally for me, like, episode 6, it wasn't the most interesting part of the episode for me. And something that I somewhat, somewhat don't, is I'm just sort of neutral on the topic, is there being a second magnetism hero, a magnetism mutant. And I've had some interactions with Polaris outside of 97. There was the original series with her in Iceman, then when they joined up with X-Factor, and then there was her in Wolverine and the X-Men. In both, I don't know if she was in the original 90 series, but she is Magneto's daughter. The X-Factor thing, they are down a member, and they are down one of their stronger members. Yeah, Havoc's strong in his own right, because I can't fully remember what his powers are. I think they're energy-based. Strong guy's strong, but not really renouncing outside strength. Duplicate, like person who can duplicate, he can just duplicate himself, and that's about it. Like, compare them to things like X-Men, like, for instance, comparing Havoc to Cyclops, because they're both leaders. Not going to put Polaris into this, because... Oh, and then there's also Farrell. Which I did forget about, but like Cyclops and Havoc. Cyclops has his optic blast, he's just an all-round Bella leader, and he's used his powers in more creative ways. Yes, we've not seen Havoc much through X-Men 97, but I'm still going to give the upper hand to Cyclops. closest thing I can compare to Feral, like the literal werewolf girl, is Wolverine or Beast. And I'll chuck in Wolverine. But, like, Wolverine has strength, he has his healing factor, he has his claws. He can track. He's also bringing a lot more to the table. Like, chucking something like Jean in there, she's also a telepath. A telekinetic. She can do a lot of stuff herself. And, as we learned from the most recent episode, she can amplify Cyclops' power. In a cool way. Basically, she was able to psychically create Wolverine's claws, put them straight up to, like, Cyclops' face, and then basically optic blast in, like, a bunch of different directions, which, kinda cool. Which does technically mean I think Wolverine could potentially also do that as a combo. Not 100% sure, I don't know if it's just because a case of, like, because it's a psychic thing, I don't know. I'm fine with it just staying a combo thing between Jean and Cyclops, husband and wife, like, I'm fine with it staying like that. Although weirdly, Wolverine was weirdly out of the episode, like, so was Rogue and Nightcrawler, but they end up at the end. So, I am presuming Rogue, well, no, because Morph was also seen in the episode. Like, I don't know where Wolverine is in the most recent episode, but, like, I'm presuming he's probably somewhere around. And, like, Gambit becomes one of the Horsemen. I've got a few gut feelings. I am presuming one of X-Force's and X-Factor's are. I don't know who the third is. I would willingly take, like, Psylocke kinda seems like a, yeah, but then I kinda think that both would just be copying each other. Like, we knew Gambit was gonna become one. I think Magneto is also gonna potentially become a Horseman. So if we then put that into consideration, Feral, because I think Feral or Havoc, I don't think Strong Guy is gonna become one, but, like, I don't know who the other two are. I'm saying Magneto. So far it's been people who have died, which does also potentially mean Madeline Pryor. Now, I wouldn't be that surprised. It would be an interesting twist, forcing not only Cyclops and Jean, well, not only forcing Cyclops to deal with someone he's loved, because that's a whole twisted thing, being a Jean clone, forcing Jean to deal with pent up, like, whatever anger she, or, like, feelings and all that, to an equivalent of her twin sister, because that's kind of how it has been sort of more played off, as, like, they're more siblings, which isn't the worst thing in the world. But the biggest thing will be forcing Cable to then deal with his own mother. Now, I don't know whether 92 will cover the fact of that, because it was covered in 90, it was like, Cable mentioned himself to, like, Jean, it's like, you're not my mother, but they both do say it to him in season 2, so I don't know. But, Polaris then joins up with the X-Men, which I'm not surprised at, to be fair. I was waiting for one of them to snap. And guys, I have my own problems with governments having mutant type, like, access to that type of power. They shouldn't. Because then it instantly becomes a case of, oh, you've got nuclear bombs? I've got multiple that aren't going to do mass damage and are going to be singular pointed. You wanna know what would happen if you force Cyclops to just take over his visor? City blocks would be destroyed. You let out the Dark Phoenix, planets would be destroyed. You piss off Logan, it's gonna be a lot worse. But anyway, going over the two other skins, I kind of like I like the fact that Helen's getting some attention, because I don't think she had skin for a good while. But, and then Luna Snow, which, this honestly does just feel a recolor of something. I don't know what. I probably will end up getting it. Not right now, but I probably will end up getting it. For the simple reason of, Doom? Is that Doom or is that a Doom bot? I did see this. Honestly, teasing Doom isn't the worst thing in the world. But like, if there's any character in this game that I have almost every single skin for, Luna Snow in this game is kind of my equivalent of Reaper in Overwatch. Like, there was 3 skins that I'm missing. That I can kind of get at any point. That I can get at most points. And then this is going to be limited, but probably still will end up picking it up. Anyway, time to jump into a game. And since we get into a game, I will explain why Craftman was late.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging. You picked the right gal for the job, sugar.
We'll go Rogue. I mean, if we end up with a Thor, I will go Phoenix.
When Remy ain't by my side, he's always in my
Never mind.
and in my fists.
Also guys, sorry about my voice. I think I am just starting to come down with a cold. I've slowly been coming down, like my voice has slowly been sounding just like this for the last, I think, couple of weeks. And see, I don't encourage this, but for me, if it's a case of if I'm not completely on like seriously ill for like weeks at a time,
3, 2,
and I do mean like 2-3 weeks, I don't consider getting like popping to a doctor. Again, UK doctors aren't always the easiest to get into, so. And, but yeah, like, plus for a cold, I don't really see the point. It's just going to be a case of, here, rest up, take it easy. You'll be fine in like a few days. Plus, I don't know if it's just because of the hot weather. But guys, getting into why Craftman was late today and why there was a small point in time where I was really questioning whether I would be able to stream tonight or upload Craftman at all today, and why I thought, okay, it's going to get to a point where there's going to be double uploads tomorrow, and the way it would have worked is I would have just uploaded Craftman at like 3, because I had to pop out this morning. I wasn't back, like I didn't jump onto my PlayStation until, because I got back, I didn't instantly jump on the PlayStation, and I think it wasn't until like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And so I didn't know about this instantly, but the PlayStation Network went down. And I spent a good period of time going, why the fuck am I playing PlayStation Plus when I can't access my online features? Like, this is seriously a piss take. And guys, the reason I do go into sort of, oh shit, like literal panic mode is, last year, the PlayStation Network, this was before I got back into doing content creation, and I was gonna sort of be like, I've got a couple of days where I'm basically got nothing on. I can stream, record, and all that lot, like I can stream. But the PlayStation Network went down, which meant I couldn't. And what I have found out is if the PlayStation Network goes down, I can still edit and all that lot. I can't upload. Because guys, if you don't know, basically the way I edit and upload content is on PlayStation. It's all saved on PlayStation. Which means I'm stupid if never happens to it. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure most of it is stored in a storage thing that I've got for it. Hopefully it's all stored there. Which means technically kind of savable, but at the same point, no, I wouldn't I still wouldn't be able to do content for a good while. And so because at the time I was trying to get attention, I'm like, why, like all this, and I didn't know at the time. Because at the time, like PlayStation were going, be like, yeah, no, nothing's wrong. You like all that lot, like the same bullshit. Which I was saying, now, PlayStation are pissed off on the road to people recently. They can't afford to take more hits like that. And now, guys, the reason that Sony themselves have pissed off people is and I'm not saying I'm pro digital, pro this. I'm pro toys. Because the days that I then have to turn around and basically spend double to get a normal edition of a game is the day that I'm like, no, I'm not buying new games no more, that's enough. Another reason a lot of people are pissed at is it's bad enough the fact they're getting rid of discs, but they're not giving you the right to own your own games. Now, could Sony willingly turn around and be like, and like, do a new thing where it's just like, hey, any games that we take away from you, or and any movies that we take away from you, you'll get a full refund? They could, would they? No. I don't agree with it. No. A lot like Xbox, the only thing that Xbox kind of have to do right now is for the next generation console is not have it be stupidly expensive, which isn't hard to do, have it still perform good, again, not hard to do, and have it still have discs as an option. Like, a lot of people do just use Game Pass when it comes to Xbox. I would too. But again, having options is good. Because guys, I'm telling you this now, as soon as Sony do go completely digital, by the days go, that day will be gone that you can spend, that you can have, say, some money left from a family member for birthdays or Christmases, and be like, I just want to buy this new game. Because of one, if they give you cash, you then need to pop and put that into your bank account. Two, there are generally some, like, guys, I didn't get my first bank account until I was in high school. I was like I was like my third to last year in high school. Like, roughly, I think I was like not 12, I think I was like 13 to 14. And then I ended up swapping from that bank and going to a different bank. And then I've had a bank card since then, but like, I was still almost leaving school before I got one. So, and before that point, I was gaming. Now, having a bank card did just mean a few simple things. I could, one, pay for things, like have things like PlayStation Plus and all that lot. Because guys, I've always been a fan of the Lego games. Like, I played not all of Lego Batman because I didn't play all of it when I was younger. But I played a good bit of that. I played all Lego Batman 2, all Lego Batman 3. I've not played a new one yet, but I might record myself playing for it at some point. And then I've played Lego Marvel Super Heroes 1, Lego Marvel Avengers, and Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2. Lego Marvel Avengers was my favourite. I still kind of think it probably is. Because annoying thing, like, the good thing about the original Lego Marvel Super Heroes, even though the customization sucks, is you have access to characters like the X-Men. Like, and the reason I preferred Marvel Avengers is like you had a lot more like suits for things like Iron Man, and it wasn't just MCU based. Because I will say this now, I'm neutral when it comes to the MCU now. I used to be like, yes, this is a really good movie from the MCU. They've gone downhill since Endgame, which was 2019. Like, honestly, since Endgame, the only movies I can name that were good are Far From Home and No Way Home. They were both good movies. Personally, Captain America, Falcon and the Winter Soldier series was good. It was okay. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's definitely. Loki season 1 and 2 was good. I've not seen it myself. I believe Scarlet Witch and Vision, that series was good. Again, the series I never saw. Like, nothing else for characters. It's just a case of not interested in Vision, not that interested in Scarlet Witch, and even though Loki's series was good, not interested in Loki. And Captain America Brave New World wasn't horrible. She-Hulk was barely watchable. Not Rescue, Ironheart. Because guys, for a good point, I hadn't seen Ironheart for the simple reason of I knew it wasn't going to be good. I knew I wasn't going to like it because instantly I saw a clip of it, of the case of her being like, Tony Stark had money, that was the reason he was Iron Man. No, the reason he was Iron Man was because he was a smart genius. He built a suit out of scraps. And it's really saying, like, because again, I've not seen the Fantastic Four movie. Thunderbolts was okay, at best. I have my own problems with that, because quite frankly, you could not turn around and call yourself the Avengers. None of you were one.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
Most of you have ties to an Avenger. None of you are actually Avengers.
You picked the right gal for the job,
Like,
sugar.
Helena, you know, Natasha was an Avenger. Bucky, Sam Wilson, and Captain America, both Avengers. And if anyone does turn around and say, well, you have with Infinity War and Endgame, that's more of a case of, like, I wouldn't count Guardians as Avengers. Like, I wouldn't count Rescue as an Avenger. I wouldn't count any of the Asgardians or Asgardian adjacent as Avengers. I wouldn't count Ant-Man and the Wasp as Avengers. I think the Ant-Man could be made for both. I'd like to see them as a part of the Avengers team, considering they are originally comic ones.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it? Someone picked a cosmic level 5.
Doctor Strange also wasn't one. And personally for me, it's a case of the name Avengers, one I think probably would still potentially be copyrighted by like Tony Stark's like company or Tony Stark. See, I don't know what happens with the fact that Stark's staff. Like,
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
but like, Black Panther also wasn't one. And so, like, Elena, Bucky has connections to, you know, past Avengers, or current, potentially current Avengers. I mean, it's what happens when you have 3 DPSs. But like, Red Guardian, the only connection he has is Black Widow. And even then, that's barely a connection considering the fact that he didn't have much of his own daughter. The fake Captain America, because I can't honestly remember his name, wasn't one. And for anyone that said, he was Captain America, of course he would know. No. Like, Sam Wilson was an Avenger before becoming Captain America. The Falcon was an Avenger. Sam Wilson was an Avenger. Same with Peter Parker. Because, also guys, I don't like the lineup for Doomsday. Like, because I think what they're doing is because they basically went big with Thanos. Which means they kind of got to go bigger with Doom, like, Doom. And the one problem with that is, you know who like the two big mans, like the main big mans are in DC and Marvel? Darkseid for DC, Thanos for Marvel. Only things generally above him is things like Galactus. They've used them. So, again, I don't know if it's a case of they're overpowered, Doom's being overpowered, or the fact that I'm thinking Doom's weaker than he actually is. But like, I don't think like all versions of comic Doom could willingly take, you know, Thor's weapon and just be like, here's two pinkies.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
So, but also another problem I do generally have is, why don't we see something like Sam, you know, rebuilding the Avengers? He's not going to know who Peter Parker is, like who Spider-Man is, but like there could just be a case of, you know, Spider-Man doing a lot of good deeds and all that lot, and like Sam could find like a file on him that Tony left, and I would generally bring in War Machine, because I don't think Pepper Potts is going to want to be a full-time hero. I'd bring in War Machine, so he's still got the Iron backup. Again, I don't know suit-wise what he's going to have. Tony built the suit, but I'd also then bring Pete in. Just so like you've then got someone who could be like, well, I could help them like rebuild the suits and like repair them and all a lot, like, and just for like Sam to be like, kid, I don't know who you are, but you were left on a list from Tony Stark. Out of like all Avengers, you're still one of the only ones on the planet. I'd then bring in Thor, and Thor would be like, while you're not the Avengers I know, I look forward to getting to know you. Because Thor left as soon as Falcon became an Avenger. And like War Machine he would know of, and he might know a little bit about Sam because of Age of Ultron, but I don't know whether they did interact. I'd then bring Shuri in as Black Panther, to add Wakandan tech into it. Black Panther's been an Avenger before now. Bring Ant-Man and Wasp to add them in. You've then got War Machine, Falcon, Spider-Man, Thor, Ant-Man, Wasp, Black Panther. Only other person I would want to chuck in would be something like Doctor Strange. Or like Scarlet Witch, but I have no idea where either one of them are multiverse-wise. Like, neither one of them have been seen since... I want to say neither one of them have been seen since Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Or he good. Or should I say Doctor Strange Mom? Because like I'll say it's nice. Something I didn't like pick up on. It took a little while until I did see an edit. Like it wasn't a stupid while. It was a bit after I saw the movie. I think it was like a month after I saw the movie, maybe 2. But I saw an edit of someone going, Doctor Strange Mom. Like, why the hell? And it's like Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I've been an idiot. But like bring them in and then have like say the Fantastic Four come back to us, because honestly without knowing what happens in the Fantastic Four movie, so I'm not going to completely include them and I'm just going to kind of chuck them in as an argument for this. Their best hopes are Thor, who I don't know what power wise he'll be, whether he'll have the open force or not, and the X-Men. Because Sam is still new, like not new, but he hasn't been Captain America for that long. If the timeline, because I don't know where they are with the timeline,
So easy.
because they kind of fucked it up with Endgame. Because Endgame taken 5 years after, which brings them up to 2024, they've kind of been playing catch up since. Now, if roughly it takes place before 2019, now, like if it doesn't take, if Doomsday takes place within a small period of time after Brave New World, which Brave New World came out last year, Doomsday comes out at the end of this year, so almost 2 year difference. Sam Wilson would have been Captain America. I mean, I also know what the time difference between that and the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So we'll say it's been... We'll say it's been Captain America for about 3-ish years, maybe 4. I honestly don't know. And in terms of being Captain America, I'm gonna say it's still kind of new. So, also, there's gonna have to be some universe shenanigans. Just because Marvel fucked himself by setting the Fantastic Four in a different universe. Which I don't completely blame them, because it does then just mean that they can then just use that. That universe can then just become the main one, because they're apparently rebooting it after Secret Wars, I think it was. And so quickly I'll say this now, they're gonna have the same problem that DC have got right now. Out of dedicated fans for specific things, superhero projects these days aren't going to do as well as they did back in the early 2000s.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Because between like 2000 and 2015, people wanted to see things like Superman, Batman, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, like superhero movies in general.
I'm not a hero.
No, wrong one. I've played Vanguard twice already, I didn't want it to be 3 times in a row.
Get ready.
Yeah, this is workable. All I'm saying is now, I'm honestly not going to be surprised.
They're kind of my only friends.
And I do genuinely mean this, if Punisher gets put into Vanguard. Like, if Punisher gets turned into Vanguard, not going to be surprised. Because Overwatch did it first with Doomsday. Not Doomsday, with Doom.
3, 2, 1.
Not Doom. Not Doomsday, the thingy. One Punch Man. Not One Punch Man. The dude that punches you to kill you. Him. I can't remember his name. And, yeah, they did it with him when it came to, when Overwatch 2 came out, they moved that from, because Doomfist was originally DPS, which is why when they do any game mode from before Overwatch 2, to do with classic Overwatch, you will always find Doomfist in DPS, because he was originally a DPS. But for that reason, I wouldn't be that surprised if Punisher gets put into Vanguard. But anyway, so get back to what I was saying beforehand, yeah, PlayStation systems went down. Which meant I couldn't upload content. I also was basically things that I presumed I wasn't gonna get done, like, because there was a few things, if you notice in the most recent episode from, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's things that like in the episode, and like I say at the end of the episode, there's a few things I'm gonna take care of. I would have had time to do them today. The reason I didn't do them today is because I'd already done them. Like, there's still a few things that I probably do need to finish and kind of get done on Craft 1, but it's more of a case of not a necessary thing. There's like one thing I need to get done on Craft 1 before I film the next film it. But like, but that can get done. Like, that won't take me long.
I've got your back. Another bounty claim, Grogan? Nice work.
Some sort of squid.
So, all of it, I will say now, this week for me for uploading has not been the best in the world. Like, content-wise, don't get me wrong, that's not the content-wise. But it's a case of, Thursday, I feel like, because I'm not uploading, because I've basically gone to 1 month a video per week,
Way worse. I've got your back.
I've basically cut out the fact of having 2 per week, and because of that, and guys, it was kind of unintentional. It was kind of just a case of I need to like level up, which is also unintentional. The reason why I'm gonna end up doing it again. I'm 99% sure after I kill Violet Mizzou, that I'm basically gonna have a thing where I just need to level up, which is why I've saved making a few armor sets until then, because I knew the grind was gonna come.
By the eye of Agamotto!
And so saved it until I needed to. But I will say now, if I do have to grind before, because there's like one other thing that I think I'm gonna have to grind up to like get to like I think it's math rank 50 anyway. Don't expect it anytime soon, because I need to go up to Primordial Marine just to make its armor, and I basically just postponed it and like just because I will say no. Not Hunter Monster Hunter has kind of been nice. It has been nice to say that I've generally taken a break from hunting. Not in a case of I hate hunting, which is why I'm probably going to take a break from before I film Wild. Like, there will be other stuff, and I probably will do a series in between it. But I have genuinely enjoyed this break. And when I started filming World, I was really into World at the time and wanted to start getting back into Monster Hunter. Same for Rise, I was enjoying it. I think I've just got to a point where I've burnt out from playing that much, that I do just need a break. Like, I need a long break from it. And guys, I go to that phase with Monster Hunter. Like, I will play it for several points in time, like full on do a new state, like play through it again from the beginning. And then completely be like a month to 2 months later be like, oh, well, I don't want to play this anymore. But anyway, getting back to the PlayStation thing, yeah, PlayStation Network went down. And like I say, it went down last year, and I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd time within that year.
Thanks for the boost.
But when it went down last... Was it last year? Or was it the year before? It was either last year or the year before. It went down and went down from like Saturday all the way through to like late Sunday. And I've never been bored. And guys, I'll say this now. There are games like I don't play that often, things like GTA that I don't play that often. Not being able to play them, I really just start to miss it. But then there are games that I do play on an often basis. Genshin Impact, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, Overwatch. That I was generally cut off from. But thankfully, I had other ways around it.
Styles up front.
Team play.
Because of the fact
Don't let anything stand
that I wasn't in much on Fridays,
Jury. Execution.
that seemed to have kind of stopped. I basically was like, well, if I ever go anywhere, I'm then like for a period of time, I'm then cut off without, and that's to take the PlayStation.
your big chance.
Now, originally I wanted to get it onto my Switch. I eventually was happy that I had it on my phone.
Sorry, Remy. You are nothing!
Double KO.
Incinerated.
And
Another epic victory.
then Overwatch, I've got on my Switch. Genshin Impact, I've got on the phone. Well, I will say this now. The time I did have to play Genshin on my phone, which I can't remember whether it was last year or the year before, is when PlayStation Network went down for like a day and a half. It was horrible. It was goddamn painful. And I don't play many mobile games in the first place. I generally do get bored. But like, Genshin's one of those games where I think it can be done on the phone and you might have skill to do it on the phone. Personally, wouldn't want to. Anyway, one more game. But like, it was just painful. So when the PlayStation Network did go down today, I'm like, shit. And I do go into more of a panic mode because it's like, I've seen what happens when it does. I could have potentially been cut off from PlayStation for a couple of days. Now, did Sony instantly acknowledge the fact that their systems were playing up or gone down? No. Do I know why? No.
Cover your ears. Jubilee is here.
Also guys, if you did miss the Jubilee short, she's now become like my second favourite support. Like, she's 100% not overtaken Luna Snow. It's not going to be another Psylocke situation where I really love playing Psylocke. And but then like a new fancy character comes out. Because I will say this now, I will always play Luna. Like, Luna Snow is like my first character in this game. Well, actually, she's my Reaper for this game. She's like my Kiriko for this game. She is closer to Kiriko, but for me personally, she's like my Reaper. That character that I love playing that I would never get rid of.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But same
All
point,
you need to do is capture the mission area.
Jubilee's just cool. And guys, I'll say this now, the short that I did upload of it was late at night, so I was playing a few games late. And I think at the point I'd only played Jubilee a few times beforehand, not many. And but like, yeah, I was just like, whoa, like, it was my first MVP as a character.
Double KO.
Pretty sure I'm technically undead.
And there probably will be some MVPs that I do generally go, that seems better just to do as like an end of month thing. But there are just a few that I don't mind uploading and then just chucking into a big video at the end. I mean, if I can't see you, I can't heal you. That's Spider-Man. Of course it was. Explode! But guys, I will say this now. When I got the skin for Jubilee, I hadn't played it yet. I'm like, it's a really cool skin, it's fine. I'll play a few games as a character. And now it's like, okay, smart choice on my end. Although guys, I'm saying this now, apparently, I don't know how true it is, or whether it's just a case of, it's just been seen on a few paintings in the game. But apparently we're getting, I think it's a classic Phoenix, a Jim Lee era Cyclops, I think it is, and a Wolverine in, I think, those colours, like the yellow and blue. But again, not 100% sure. If we are, cool. But on the other end, do I really need another Phoenix? Like, guys, I'm saying this now. If we get a Phoenix green skin, green and gold, that is basically the same as what we've already got. I probably will get it. I'll be slightly annoyed. Because I've said for a good while, that all we need for a green Phoenix skin is basically just to recolor the red. I think it'd work. Now, the white and gold, yeah, you change the white to green, you've got a Phoenix skin. Like, you've got, like, the classic Phoenix skin.
They thought they got rid of me? Really?
But I'll say this now, if you wanted to do more Phoenix-based skins that weren't just Jean Grey skins, there are a couple that you would have as option. Because there was when Jean was tricked into, oh damn it. There was, when Jean was tricked to working with, these group of people who I can't remember, but Emma Frost was part of them. And then the Dark Phoenix ends up getting that out because of that. Which, again,
Judge!
letting the Dark Phoenix get control, stupid choice. Pushing, you know, someone to that state, more of a stupid choice. Pushing a telepath who's got an immortal bird's power. Are you psychotic or are you just dumb? Where is Rogue? Ah, she was killed. Never mind. But the reason I do really enjoy just playing Jubilee is, I'm pretty sure she is a simplistic character, but like, that's what I love about playing her. She's just one of those characters that is just so simple that you cannot think. Like, honestly, I'm not paying that much attention. Like, I'm paying attention to the game overall, but like, I'm not paying much attention to what buttons I'm pressing. Like, I'm just hoping it goddamn works. And it somewhat is. I mean, I don't know why it is, but it is. Also, guys, as you can see on our team, our team is currently is ace. And you can see on the enemy team, White Fox is currently ace because of...
Pretty sure
I think it's stupid, but it does appear to be going off kills. How many support players are you going to know that's... Like, because all it does encourage is support players doing get more kills. Instead of supporting the team. Oh, Kill Star looking, it's still as fun as it used to be. Now it's justified.
Horsemen of Apocalypse don't go down so easy.
Like guys, I will definitely say now. For the most part, I do definitely have my primary and secondary support, tank, and like DPS characters. Primary, support, Luna Snow. Tank, Rogue. DPS, Phoenix. For the other two, for like secondary, support, Jubilee. One, like, I'm enjoying playing her way too much. It could potentially become a Black Cat situation where it's like, because she's new, and she's like this new toy that I want to play with, like I want to use her a lot. But at the same point, she's really cool. And then, I've not played much Neville, or Deadpool, and I've not played Emma in a good while.
Well, you can't expect to win
So it
them
doesn't feel right saying any LM. I've also not played much of things like Captain America. So it doesn't feel right saying him either. But like for DPS, it's Psylocke, it's Psylocke, and Cyclops, kind of. More Psylocke though. Battle Pass. I'm a few off. I'd honestly forgot about this. So that's Wolverine. So Wolverine's going to be one of them. I don't know who the third's going to be. I believe... Hold on, no wait. Yes, I do. It's Jubilee, Wolverine, Psylocke, and Gambit. Because I think Jubilee joins up because she's trying to save a child. I don't know why Wolverine ends up becoming one. And I don't know why Psylocke becomes one, and I don't know why Gambit becomes one. I'll definitely say this now. It doesn't look like Wolverine off skin. I'm getting it because it sings down the little line that I want. Then again, I don't completely hate it, I kinda like the armor look. Like the Venom, like, I still some of this, that looks more like a Groot skin. I'm not really seeing any slimy, like, tendrils. I'm seeing more plants. Unless he starts having an outbreak. But, one is a Cloak and Dagger thing, because I do like it. I don't know if I'll be using it, but I do like it. Rocket's not too bad. The Vanda skin's kinda cool, and definitely works for that. Ultron 15, yeah. But the Deadpool thing I just kind of find funny. And again, I think the only thing I did, like I would want from this, would be the Invisible Woman skin. Because it is kind of cool, but I like my skins I've got for her. Like, I've definitely got cooler skins for the character. I'm happy to find, like, I'm happy to complete that, like, I can't remember when I completed that. Death of Apocalypse has only got, like, 26 days left. Got Death of Psylocke, Death of Wolverine, and Death of Gambit. Is that the Winter Soldier program? No, that's just Bucky. Are those Bone or Adamantium? Because I can't tell the difference from here. And that's got 48 days, so I probably will end up completing that. Besides, if it comes to it where I'm just like, oh, I need to play a load, I can. But going over how many of the X-Men characters, like, out of what we know as the Horsemen in Marvel Rivals, how many of them do I think will be Horsemen in X-Men 97? I think Gambit's going to be the only overlap. Because otherwise it's a case of, they've just had a whole thing with Wolverine. That would have been a good moment to turn him into one. Psylocke, I don't think they are. And I don't think they're the same for Jubilee. And I think something like Madeline and Magneto are better options. They are known characters that did die. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. This is Tiger signing off, and I will see you next time. There will be a Overwatch video out tomorrow. And again guys, sorry for the delay today. It has literally just been a case of Sony. It wouldn't let me upload in the first place, so nothing I can do about that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.